Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we welcome both the Iowa Colony High School cheerleaders and the Lee High School cheerleaders to the field. It is my pleasure at this time to introduce to you the 2025-26 Lee High School Varsity Cheerleaders. Here are the Gander Varsity Cheerleaders. Freshman Tatum Foster. Freshman Tatiana Avila. Sophomore, NCAA All-American Gabby Mercer. Junior, Stephanie Arredondo. Junior, Isabella Estrada. Junior, Aileen Morford. Junior, Jezebel Diaz. Junior, Eric Samuel. Senior, Gabrielle Bautista. Senior, Gabriela Diaz. Senior, Lachey Winslow. Senior, co-captain Landry Cockrell. And senior co-captain Kennedy Hawkins. Your 2025 Gary the Gander is sophomore Isabella Garner. The Lee cheerleaders would like to thank their sponsors for the 2025-26 season. Your support is truly appreciated. The Lee cheerleaders are under the direction of head coach Alyssa Morales and assistant coach Jade Cherry. Let's give it one more time for the Gander Varsity Cheerleaders. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the field your Iowa Colony 2025-26 Varsity Cheerleaders. Freshman, Amari Bell. Freshman, Brielle Sanders. Sophomore, two-time All-American cheerleader, Alexa Williams. Sophomore All-American, Alyssa Williams. Sophomore, Morgan Taylor. Sophomore, Addison Thomas. Sophomore, Genevieve Santiago. Sophomore, Brooke Pettit. Junior, Janiyah Evans. Junior, three-time All-American, Asia White. Senior All-American and Cheer Lieutenant Jada Brunn. Senior All-American, Nia Taylor. Senior, Keziah Fleming. Senior All-American, Cheer Lieutenant Addison Nunez. Senior Alasia Webster. Senior Cheer Lieutenant Xavion Gibson. And senior four-time All-American and our mascot, Blaze Lauren Nelson. One more time, put your hands together for your Iowa Colony Varsity Cheerleaders. Fans making their way to midfield tonight will be representatives from Iowa Colony High School, along with Lee High School. In an expression of the intent of everyone here tonight, these students will greet one another and represent the spirit of fair play in our Good Sportsmanship League. This time we ask you to turn your attention to the video board for a special message from our Superintendent, Carol Nelson.
Hello, I'm Carol Nelson, proud superintendent of Alvin ISD. Welcome to Freedom Field. For 100 years, Alvin ISD has built champions on the field, in the classroom, and in life. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we remember the true victory lies not just in the score, but in how we play the game. Every contest is more than a competition. It's a classroom, a place to learn resilience, respect, and responsibility. Let's honor our legacy with integrity, compete with heart, and always remember sportsmanship is the mark of a true champion. Thank you for coming this evening to support our students, and may you have safe travels headed home. Here's to 100 years and the next 100 to come.
Good evening. We welcome you to Freedom Field for tonight's matchup, and we'll be directed upon the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. The UIL wishes to remind you that whatever the final score of tonight's contest, all the players you will witness on field are winners and have made great sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. We ask that you consider all the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth. Cheer them, applaud them, but do not through any of your actions cause them to doubt the value of athletics. Please show your support for all the students taking part in tonight's game indirectly, that being the students, the bands, the drill teams, the cheerleaders, and all who will take part indirectly. Their support helps to make tonight's game a success. Officials have been agreed upon by representatives from each school. Without their refined skill and understanding of the game of football, tonight's contest would not be possible. On behalf of all of us here at the Alvin Independent School District, we hope you enjoy tonight's game. This time we ask you to please rise and join the Iowa Colony Marching Band for the playing of the Iowa Colony High School Song. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a first responder, a former active member of our nation's armed forces, will you please rise at this time so your service and sacrifice can be truly honored. This time, football fans, please give a hearty round of applause to show our gratitude and appreciation for these servant leaders who give so much to our communities. And now, ladies and gentlemen, turn your attention to the video board for a message from our student athletes.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
Hey, Pioneer fans.
What's up, IC family? We can't wait to see you.
We want to talk to you about something.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Having you in the stands means the world to us.
But we need to ask you something.
Hello, it's important, so listen up.
We made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means we play with respect for others.
We will not let our opponent become our enemy.
We will not cheat or cut corners.
We made a commitment to the Texas way.
That means we play with control of self.
We will slow our anger down.
And we will play by my standards.
We made a commitment to the Texas way.
That means we play with the spirit of competition.
We will prepare ourselves inside and out.
We will bounce back when we get knocked down, but we will compete with passion to be our absolute best. So my question for you:
will you commit to support us the Texas way?
That means having our back. It means cheering loudly, but it doesn't mean putting others down.
It doesn't mean yelling at the ref. It doesn't mean letting your passion become a distraction.
You say it, Coach says it too. My actions are more than just about me.
It's about representing the name on the front of the jersey and the name on the back.
It's about more than the scoreboard. It's about using your sport to become all you can become and having fun while doing it.
We couldn't do it without y'all, and we wouldn't want to.
We made a commitment to play the Texas way.
Will you make it with us?
Will you make it with us?
Welcome to the field, your Iowa Colony Pioneers. And across the way, welcome to the field, the Lee Ganders. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now observe a moment of silence in the spirit of tonight's competition. Let us remember and acknowledge the prevailing sense of fair play, along with the safety of all players, coaches, parents, officials, and spectators involved here tonight. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask you to please rise and remove your hats as we take this opportunity to honor America and the brave men and women who serve to protect our freedoms both at home and around the world. Presenting our nation's colors in the North End Zone will be the Alvin ISD Marine Corps Junior ROTC. Tonight, our national anthem will be performed by the Iowa Colony Varsity Mixed Choir under the direction of Kevin Schultz and Austin Rabin. And now, your national anthem.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into Freedom Field here in Rochelle, Texas for tonight's 5A Region 3 District 9 matchup between the Baytown League Ganners and the Iowa Colony Pioneers. Evan Geiger here with Andrew Carter for Legacy Sports Network and Alvin Sports Network. Andrew, how you doing tonight?
Doing good tonight, Evan. Still a little hotter than I'd prefer it to be, but get used to it living around this city long enough. Hoping to see some good football on the field between two teams kind of going different directions right now.
I think we're going to see a lot of points. You know, it's going to be one of those games. Iowa Colony, a fantastic team. Baytown Lee, they have a new head coach, Roger Sutterfield. I think he's going to send this program in the right direction. But they are coming into this one with a 1-2 record. The Gainers did beat South Houston in Week 1, but they've had some rough losses. They lost their last two games by a combined 90 points to Goose Creek and Baytown Sterling. Their star player, senior receiver and defensive back Elijah Brown, he's been so good. 6 total touchdowns, 182 all-purpose yards per game. He's also got a team-leading 24 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a blocked field goal. That's Elijah Brown.
Yeah, he's second in all-purpose yards behind Landon Williams-Callis, who is a pretty big name if you're familiar with Texas high school football. So he's doing really well. They're going to lean on him a lot tonight. Expect to see him getting involved early and often for Lee.
Yeah, Iowa Colony, head coach Ray Garza, they're 3-0 this year. They're rolling. They were great last year, had a great season, only losing twice to Randall, the champions. And through this competition so far, they've outscored their opponents by a combined 104 points in just 3 games. Junior quarterback and U of H commit Carson White is the key to the offense. 13 total touchdowns. He's averaging about 250 yards of offense per game. Running back Aaron Tenner, he leads the backfield, averaging 100 yards and a touchdown per game. And the big name for me, the guy that is always fun to watch, is senior receiver, another U of H commit, Jaden Warren. Through 3 games, 7 touchdowns, and over 100 yards per game.
Yeah, Jaden Warren, 4-star right now. I mean, his team is pretty loaded for high school, and he's been dominant. Only 3 catches last week, but went for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. Everything's working for Iowa Colony right now, and you kind of figure they might be looking ahead to that Randall game next week. Big matchup, but they got to handle Lee first. It's always something that coaches try and impress upon their young players. Don't get too far ahead of yourself in the schedule. Lee, they've struggled defensively a lot, 147 points allowed. That is far and away the most allowed in this district, but they've been able to put up some points even in their losses, so they won't roll over and die for Iowa Colony. They need to focus on this game here if you're the Pioneers.
Yeah, indeed, and Iowa Colony, the best offense they're going to face all year probably until they play Randall later on. At least those are the 2 best offenses you'll see. And I think Iowa Colony is going to score a lot of points tonight.
They historically have. They won this game last year 63-14, so that might be what we're expecting here with a myriad of stars for the Pioneers. Talking about Warren, Carson White, Aaron Tenner, kind of an unsung hero. He went for 171 yards last week and a touchdown. So really multiple different ways these Pioneers can get after defenses. Expect to see them all tonight.
Iowa Colony probably could have even more impressive stats, but they just really haven't had to keep their foot on the gas for 4 quarters. And I'm expecting something similar tonight. You'll probably see some Denham Barnes in the backfield after Tenner and the starters come out. We'll see what happens, but Iowa Colony is going to kick it off to Baytown Lee. Looks like is that Jacob Ramirez back to return, with Elijah Brown also back there. To kick is Andres Vasquez, the senior kicker, going to send it deep. And we are underway with the Top Dog Fireworks opening kickoff. And it's going to be fielded here at the 8-yard line, and a little stutter step and not really anywhere to go there for Jeremiah Rollins. Looks like Baytown Lee will start around the 18-yard line. See what we can expect from this Baytown Lee offense. Nate Harmon at quarterback. Jacob Ramirez, a freshman at running back.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I don't really see a lot of freshmen leading the charge for the rushing attack at this level, but they've entrusted him with the duties. 11 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown last week. Their only touchdown in that loss to Baytown Sterling. So he's got some juice. We'll see if they can get him going early here in this drive.
Looks like they'll start with Jeremiah High Payne at running back, who is a sophomore, interestingly enough. And the starting quarterback is Dylan Hunt. So Harmon has kind of led the statistical categories, but they go with Hunt. And the first pass is a screen to Elijah Brown, who's their best athlete, and just nowhere to go. Blown up immediately by Kingston Ephraim.
We know going into this, we talked about it, they're going to try and get Elijah Brown involved. And I bet you that Iowa Colony knows that too, all over that play for a loss.
You never want to be too cocky or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure Iowa Colony knows that their key to victory is stopping Elijah Brown, and if they can do that, it's going to be tough for Baytown Lee to move the ball. And looking to pass is Hunt, and he fires it, and he hits, it looks like Brown in the middle of the field, and it is indeed a completion to Brown. So it'll be 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, great stop by Brown. Ball was thrown behind him. If he was led, he would have easily had a lot more room to work with. You'll see it on the replay, but did good just to catch it, and now 3rd and manageable here for Baytown Lee.
2 receivers stacked up on each side. Looking to pass, looking left. Now going to take off and run right side, closing the gap, and he's going to just get tackled by his shoestring there. A really nice tackle in space by Jeremy Garner II. And a loss of 2.
That was elite by Garner II, and you saw that scramble. Corner on the left edge came on the blitz. That was Ephraim. And that left the gap open, but it closed quickly, and Iowa Colony flying around. So they give up that completion, but they finish off the drive to get their defense off the field.
It's going to be 4th and 6. Of course, the Gander's going to have to punt. Warren is back there to return, as well as another Pioneer, and Warren is a big threat in the return game, nearly blocked, and they will not kick it to Warren. It's going to bounce and be fielded by Garner the second. Garner the second will make a man miss and go right side, gets around the edge, and he's going to cut back inside. He's still on his feet. Now he's reversing field, and there's not a lot of people. A huge block. They're going to throw a flag for a blind side, but Garner the second is nearly in the end zone. He's still on his feet, and he will trip at the 2. A blindside block is going to call this back. I don't know. It was a absolutely massive shot on a Baytown Lee Gander, and there's another Gander down on the field, but Garner with a great return. He probably ran a mile to get 50 yards.
Gosh, and the only thing that stopped him was himself at the near the goal line. There was a second flag that came out earlier before that block, might be holding, but it was in the area where the kick was off. I don't think there was any contact that would have warranted roughing or running into, but we'll see. But they'll certainly get Iowa Colony on that blindside block, which was a huge one.
Jaden Warren, a fantastic returner. Jeremy Garner the second showing off his ability there, although it looks like it will come back.
We got a personal foul, roughing the kicker on the defensive team. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Well, I suppose I was wrong. I didn't think that was enough contact to warrant roughing, but it is, and Baytown Lee given new life.
With the roughing the kicker, none of the other stuff matters. So a great return and a lot of energy expended there by Garner and the blockers. And
something to note, that was Santiago Vasquez coming off the field. That was their punter.
Wow.
So potentially big implications for their special teams unit. They almost got that punt blocked. Don't know who they have with the punt duties after that, but something to monitor here as this game goes on.
Another interesting thing, Jeremy Garner the second not on the field after that return. I think he might.
I don't blame him. Yeah, that was a lot of distance he covered for sure.
Made a first down saving tackle and then a big return, and now it's going to be a handoff up the middle and nowhere to go. Looks like no gain there. They went with Jeremiah High Payne. We kind of highlighted Jacob Ramirez and Nate Harmon, and then it's Jeremiah High Payne and Dylan Hunt in the ball game in the backfield. So little off from what I expected.
Yeah, different personnel, but the game plan looks to be the same so far. They're kind of playing it safe, easy runs and screens to try and get their offense in a rhythm early against this sterling Iowa Colony defense.
2nd and 11, and it's going to be a handoff going right side. And oh, he has no helmet. They throw a flag. I'm guessing they're going to call a face mask. But High Payne is down on the field after that tackle, and he had no helmet and just kept running with reckless abandon, and he's down now, and you hate to see that.
Yeah, very dangerous. Puts defenders on the spot, too. They're so used to tackling out here. When you see a guy with a helmet, with no helmet, you have to make that split-second decision to try and adjust to tackle him but not hurt him.
Yeah.
Hard to do in the heat of the moment.
You're absolutely correct there. And Jeremiah High Payne will walk his way off. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, something head-related there with no helmet on.
Yeah, we hope he's okay. That's obviously very dangerous for all players involved, but especially him. And hopefully we get to see him back in this game.
I guess we're going to see a face mask call since he lost his helmet, but we haven't got it yet.
There's no foul. There's no foul on the play. The runner helmets came out, and the play was blown dead when the helmet came off, and he continued to play. Third down.
Okay, so it is 3rd down.
Must have just popped off his head then.
I don't know. It wasn't on very well.
Yeah.
I'm guessing if there was no face mask. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Opening drive still for Baytown Lee after we've seen already some craziness. I've had a lot of really interesting things happen here in the first couple of weeks at Freedom Field, and I'm kind of leaning towards the nickname of Freaky Freedom Field.
Freedom Field.
I've seen some weird stuff here, dude. Some weird stuff has happened. 3rd and 8, we'll see Hunt in the shotgun. Motion a man over to the left side. And looking to pass and fires it. And looking for Elijah Brown. Made the catch through contact and a first down. A pickup of 11.
Very good play there. Protection held up long enough to get the throw downfield, and a strong hands catch by Elijah Brown gets them the first down, and Baytown Lee starting to put the drive together here.
Yeah, it's looking good. Hunt has looked pretty composed. Elijah Brown is as advertised so far. First down and 10 from right at midfield. Hunt looking to pass, going to roll out left, and he's just going to take off and run, and there is a flag out there. And he picked up 3 or 4 yards before that flag.
Yeah, it's going to be holding on Baytown Lee. Trying to get a read on that number. Might be Nick Salazar, who they're going to call that one on. And kind of left the pocket early, did Hunt. Decent protection, but would have been an all right result. Got a modest gain, but.
I've holding on the offense. It's 10 yards from the previous spot. First down.
They didn't give a number, but holding on somebody.
Yeah, sometimes hard to stay within the numbers against this Iowa Colony defense. A lot of guys who love to come after the offense and the quarterback. They've been having 3 down linemen, but they've been sneaking on another one to bring 4.
First and long. Hunt hands off, and the ball pops out. It looks like Iowa Colony has it. It looked like it fell right into a Pioneer's hands. And I believe that was Henry Kalu who came away with it.
That's a gift for Iowa Colony. That was starting to look like a drive, and then the penalty set them back, obviously, but that ball just kind of ricocheted right into an Iowa Colony defender, and that time it was Tyler Salazar in there for Baytown Lee, so maybe not super accustomed to the ball in his hands in these moments.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Jacob Ramirez.
Yeah, maybe dealing with something that was undisclosed, perhaps, or otherwise. But, yeah, he was their leading rusher.
Him and Elijah Brown, the receiver. First possession for the Pioneers. Carson White looking deep. He's got a man wide open, and he's G-O-N-E gone. Who else? It's Jaden Warren.
Woo! They did not waste any time. Deep shot, Jaden Warren, one-on-one. Can't be doing that. Beat him down the field. 1 play, 1 score. Iowa Colony making it happen.
6 points on the board on the 40-yard completion from Carson White to Jaden Warren. They're both committed to U of H. Warren is a senior and White is a junior, and they'll be playing together just down the road in a couple of years. And a false start on the extra point. So be a moment before we see 7-0. Oh, okay, no false start. They picked the flag up. Perhaps they weren't ready. We'll see. Vasquez to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 after the 40-yard touchdown from Carson White to Jaden Warren. 7:44 to go.
And you talk about the disparity and how some teams operate. Lee was trying to put together a long, winding drive on the ground, and Iowa Colony says, forget that. We'll just go over the top with our 4-star guy, and when you have talent like that, more often than not, it'll work, and you saw it there, that connection between quarterback and receiver really showing you even early on in the season. You know, sometimes teams have to try and gel and mesh together with guys coming in, guys coming out. But when you have a rapport like White and Warren have, you know, it's hard to replicate, and that'll take you far in the playoffs especially.
These are guys that have been here throughout the entirety of the school's existence, you know, and it's great rapport. A lot of the team has come back from last year. They've lost a few pieces, but for the most part, this is another team that is just primed and ready to go, just like Randall. These are, we saw it last year, and anybody who saw 2 new schools with key players as sophomores with Carson White and Landon Williams-Callis, and you think, well, next year those guys are going to be juniors. They're not done yet.
They are not even close to being able to legally drink yet, and those kids have talent oozing from them. So, I mean, excited to see how, I mean, we're in Texas, man. We're the best football state in America, so.
Very top-heavy district, too. Yeah. You see with these 2 schools, Iowa Colony, Randall, and then Fort Bend Marshall, very top-heavy. I think Texas City is also in there. Kickoff is going to be in the end zone. Touchback. Went right near that pylon. Thought maybe it was going to go out of bounds, but Baytown Lee will take over at the 25-yard line with 7:44 to go. It's a top-heavy district, though, and, I mean, you're going to see teams like Iowa Colony and Randall only lose to each other, and then you're going to see the other schools kind of beat up on each other a little bit.
Parallels to North Shore and Atascocita, those two teams always looking to beat up on each other and then just kind of demolishing everyone else that gets in their way.
And the funny thing is a team like Summer Creek is in that district, and they went to the state championship 2 years ago, and last year they were only eliminated by the state champion in the round of 4. So it's just interesting looking to pass his Hunt and looking deep, see what happens there, and it was nearly picked off as it was dropped by Kanai Watts.
Yeah, Watts out there. He's another highly recruited guy, 3-star. And he was out there on an island one-on-one, ball underthrown, so it gave him plenty of time to fight back and try and make the play. A little bit of hand fighting, but they're going to let that go more often than not, and ends up falling harmlessly to the ground, incomplete.
Jeremiah Rollins kind of turned into the DB there and swatted it out of Watts' hand. And it's going to be a handoff, nowhere to go at all there. And there is the freshman Jacob Ramirez. But I don't know that any running back could have done anything there. There was not much going.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing some excellent penetration so far early from Iowa Colony. Daniel Swiney in theirs with a host of other Pioneers, and going to be a tall task for this Gander offensive line to try and create some separation and get their guys going. In a 3rd and long now, not a lot in the playbook for these kind of situations. You better believe they're bringing pressure.
3rd and 12, and now looks like a false start. Be 3rd and 17 after the yardage is walked off. But yeah, I mean, Iowa Colony has gotten penetration with 3 down line.
Of a dead ball. Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot, repeat 3rd down.
Might have been the reason they committed that false start was they're anticipating them sending more bodies, but like you said, they've only had 3 down linemen. They might sneak a guy or 2 down there. I've seen Jordan Lockhart, the linebacker, creep down every now and again, but even with only 4, you see him go down there right now. They've been having great success.
Looking to pass his Hunt, and he's going to fire it in the flat for Rollins, incomplete. So it'll be another punt upcoming here. Last time Baytown Lee was gifted a roughing the punter and allow them to keep the ball. Looks like the punter is going to be, is that Bijan Dupity? Or is that someone else back there? No, that's Santiago Vasquez. My apologies, looking at the wrong roster. He limped out there, and I think that's the same punter from last time.
Good to see him back.
Warren and company back to return again. We'll see the punt this time. It looks like they'll just let it go out of bounds. Smartly for Lee not to kick it, as Vasquez will limp off the field a little bit. I think he's still kind of walking gingerly after getting roughed earlier. Iowa Colony will start at the Baytown Lee 36.
Hey, you think we're going to see Jaden Warren?
If someone else doesn't score first, I don't know. Iowa Colony just explosive at every position.
Yeah, they might give Aaron Tenner a chance, potentially.
I think if they really wanted to, you could probably throw it to Jaden Warren every play.
I mean, gosh, I guess we have to throw to our 4-star, I guess.
Hand off to Tenner, and not a lot doing there, but Tenner keeps the legs moving. Tenner not the biggest back, but he runs like a big, powerful back, and just drug a couple of ganders with him for a gain of 2.
Desirable trait to have in running backs is low center of gravity, low to the earth. We see all the praise people have for Maurice Jones-Drew, who kind of is the poster boy for that. Tenner falls into that similar archetype, and not a lot of room there, but his mass was able to propel him forward for a few yards.
Option toss out right side to Tenner. He's got space to run in there, and he's tackled near the 1st down marker. He'll pick up 9.
Great blocking on the outside by the receivers over there, granting him plenty of space. And those defensive backs are backing up, afraid of the pass potentially, but that gives Tenner plenty of space and a 1st down.
Yeah, Iowa Colony will run it all over you if you play back.
Such a good luxury to have for a football team to be able to do it either way.
Two receivers stacked up over here, and now they'll throw a screen to Warren, and he's just going to take this left side. He's G-O-N-E gone. Jaden Warren again, but a flag. It looks like it's going to be a hold on the other receiver.
It's Christian Mensah. And that was a late flag. I see why they threw it, but they had waited until Warren was gone before they threw it. I thought they could have gone either way.
We have holding on the offense. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
What's funny is the way they stacked up with two guys, they only had one DB over there, which is just so funny. How can you not get somebody on Jaden Warren? And then the nearest other guy was a linebacker kind of in the middle between the line and the receivers, but they didn't really have anybody else out there, so you kind of saw that play pre-snap what was going to happen there, and it worked out almost. The hold calls it back, and now another toss out left side to Tenner, and Tenner is going to be dragged down. Decent tackling for Baytown Lee so far.
Yeah, that time really great job by Daniel Oseguera fighting through the block and getting to the running back. You'll see it here. Kind of shot through that block and was able to get low. That's how you got to tackle these bigger backs. Get them low and hope they fall down.
These running plays will probably open up more as the game goes on for Iowa Colony, but so far it hasn't been a ton of yardage on the ground.
We've had some success with the outside runs. We'll see what they stick with them as the game progresses.
Baytown Lee with just 3 down linemen as well. Looking to pass, they'll dump it off to Tenner, and Tenner's got a hole. He goes right through it, and he is going to hit the end zone. A touchdown. Tenner just cut right through the defense like a hot knife through butter, and it is 13-zip.
Sometimes you just don't want to overthink it. Simple screenplays had been working. They would have had a touchdown on that other one had it not been called back. And I've been seeing some excellent blocking by these receivers for Iowa Colony. That time it was Ian Hill on the right side springing them loose, and a quick little gallop for another touchdown for Iowa Colony.
34-yard touchdown pass from Carson White to Aaron Tenner. He's got 2 touchdowns already, does White. And we'll see Vasquez to kick, and it is up, and it is good. 14-0. Just simple play. Throw it out to Tenner, get a good block on the edge. And with 4:31 to go, it is 14-0 courtesy of Aaron Tenner. We're right back here on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
At Houston Methodist, everyday care works around your busy life. You can text to reschedule, get urgent care by video 24/7, and visit us at locations across the city.
Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
4:31 to go in the first quarter here at Freedom Field. Iowa Colony already up by 2 touchdowns, and we'll kick it off to Baytown Lee.
How Baytown was going to try and win this game was with long, winding drives. You saw ideas of that on that first one to try and rip off clock, keep that offense for Iowa Colony on the sideline, but after stalling drives, they haven't really been able to put anything together so far, and they'll get another chance here, but this game is in danger of getting out of reach quickly.
Vasquez to kick it away. Kick goes to, looks like Elijah Brown's direction. Or no, he was actually the back returner this time. He started earlier as one of the upper guys. This time he was back, and I believe it went to Jacob Ramirez.
You are correct.
That's got to be promising to have a freshman running back with that kind of talent.
Absolutely. I mean, part of it might also be, a lack of guys on the roster, but anyone's got to be super talented to be starting running back on varsity as a freshman. So be watching his career with great interest. I bet he's going to turn out really well for this Baytown lead team, trying to put together a culture of winning.
2-back formation here. Start at the 23. Handoff going left side. And good to see number 21 back out there. Of course, that's Jeremiah High Payne, who we saw leave after his helmet popped off and he got tackled. It's good to see him back out there.
Yeah, very young tandem, High Payne and Jacob Ramirez. High Payne only a sophomore, so these two young men are going to be growing together in the backfield as they mature physically and football-wise. So hoping that that'll be a tandem that the Ganders can rely on.
Second down and 11, and this time it goes to Ramirez, who flips it the other direction to Brown, and Brown just walloped. What a shot he just took there. A big hit from Kingston Ephraim. Man.
I mean, holy cow, these Pioneers are flying around the field. Lee tried that a few times last week, and they've had some success. They just want to get the ball in Elijah Brown's hands whenever they can, but oh, my goodness, what a tackle.
That was Kanai Watts on the tackle. My apologies. Ephraim also had an assist on that tackle, but it was Kanai Watts who really laid the boom. And it's going to be 3rd and 9.
You might not remember the name, but he'll definitely remember the feeling.
Big shot there. Another 3rd and long, and Hunt looking to pass, fires it, and it's going to fall to the ground. He was looking for Brown again.
Yeah, another attempt on that in route that they had some success with earlier in this quarter, but that time defended well. They will be forced to punt.
They're just going to go with one guy back to return now. It's been Warren and Garner, but this time they'll move Garner closer to the line of scrimmage. He's still the second furthest guy back, but see if they kick it to Warren. I would imagine they will not. I don't think anybody in their right mind would, as they send pressure at the kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. Smartly by Iowa Colony, they say, if you're not going to kick it to us, we're going to try to come block it. Not a good punt either time. This time, the line of scrimmage was a 24, and they mark it at the 30, so a 6-yard net punt. So worried about kicking out of bounds that you give them the ball at the 30.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of darned if you do, darned if you don't. You want to keep it out of the hands of an explosive returner, but you want to kick it more than single-digit yards.
The only one who might be able to tackle Jaden Warren for Lee is that's going to be Elijah Brown. You see Brown come down here on this side, and now actually move it back over to the far side. See if White can get something going here. They hand off to Tenner going right side, and Tenner spun down. Tackle made there appeared to be by Tristan Smith.
Yeah, something that's also of note, a lot of these Ganders play both ways, so fatigue sets in doubly fast. On defense, you want to be able to keep these guys fresh, but with a limited roster, if you get the ball run down your throat too many times, it might start to wear on you earlier than you might expect.
Warren in tight now, and it looks like they'll hand it off again, going up the middle to Tenner, and he'll push forward maybe a yard. The inside runs really haven't worked, which if I'm Coach Garza and Iowa Colony, I'm kind of scratching my head. Running the ball is their identity. And you're going up against a team you're probably going to beat by quite a few touchdowns, but just haven't really been able to run the ball.
Yeah, they've been congesting those rushing lanes pretty easily. That time Chase Whitaker in on the initial stop. They've had success outside when they've been able to get their backs in space. Not sure they'll do that on a 3rd and long.
3rd and 7. Play clock under 10 seconds here, and White's looking to pass. White is going to fire it, and he hits a man, and it's going to be a first down. That was Braylon Watts.
That was a great catch by Braylon Watts. That ball had some zip on it. All hands catch, brought it in for a first down to keep this drive alive.
Watts had a really nice catch a couple of weeks ago against Crosby, where he laid out like a center fielder diving for a ball in the gap, and he's a talented receiver as well. They've got a lot of guys.
Good time for a baseball reference, too.
Ball is at the 13-yard line. See what they do here. White is going to hand off to Tenner, going up the middle right side. He cuts, and he is in the end zone. Went to the right pylon, and Tenner has his second touchdown. It's going to be a 13-yard run there with 52 seconds to go in the first quarter. Iowa Colony leads 20-0.
Yeah, that time they tried to send some extra bodies in to stop the run initially within the tackles, but after Tenner bounced it outside, not a lot of souls left to bring him down. He was able to scamper his way to the edge of the pylon, didn't even need to touch it. Right now, Iowa Colony starting to run up the score.
You see Andres Vasquez, a senior kicker, once again, already for a third time, attempting an extra point in this first quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. 21-0.
Point after attempt is up and good. You score with 52 seconds remaining in your first quarter. 21-0.
We'll be right back on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
Thinking about college? Well, if you're ready to achieve your ambitions, experience Alvin Community College and go from enrolled to employed, classroom to career, and potential to purpose. Come learn where you belong by making ACC your college right now.
Welcome back into Freedom Field. 21-0 the score here in the first quarter with 52 seconds left. Tonight's team and individual stats are provided by theathleticsdepartment.com. They're a full-service provider of stats for high school and college teams. Coaches and athletic directors can contact them for more information. Theathleticsdepartment.com are now signing up basketball, softball, and baseball teams for this school year. Vasquez will tee it up, ready to kick it off to the Ganders. We'll see who they send all the way back. It was Elijah Brown the last time. The first kickoff, Elijah Brown was one of the upper returners, but now they've moved him back. Looks like he's also back there with Jeremiah Rollins. And is that Jeremiah High Payne back there as well? Perhaps. Vasquez sends it deep, and it looks like it is going to land at the 1, and Brown's going to have to pick it up at the 1 and running up the middle, and he makes a couple of guys miss, but he's dragged down at the 7. A really good kickoff from Andres Vasquez.
Not sure you could have placed that one any better. That one died at about the 2-yard line. Brown had to hustle back just to get it. Made a valiant effort of trying to get past a bunch of defending Pioneers, but wrapped up very quickly, and now they're set up within their own 10.
Great job by Andres Vasquez and the kick coverage team there to keep them, like you said, inside their own 10.
You think he worked on that?
Yeah, he's a good kicker. Saw him a lot last year. Very, very good player. So we'll see a pistol formation here with the freshman Jacob Ramirez in the backfield. And Hunt hands off to Ramirez, who goes left side and is dragged down. Looks like no gain will be the call. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from their own 8, 92 yards of field in front of them.
Yeah, we were wondering when they'd get Ramirez more involved in this offense. Now coming in at the end of the first quarter. See if they can give him a spark. Already down 21-0 near the end of the first frame.
Ramirez on the left hip of Hunt. A couple of receivers stacked up on the left side. Hand off again to Ramirez, and this time he breaks away from a tackler and picks up 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7. And that's going to do it for the first quarter as the clock strikes 0. Iowa Colony leads 21-0 after one frame. What were your thoughts about that first quarter, Andrew?
Well, about what we expected. Iowa Colony came out swinging after a bit of a slow start defensively, but now they've really started to turn it up on offense. I mean, a first play touchdown will certainly help matters, but they've been starting to flex their offensive muscle, and up to a 21-0 start. It wouldn't surprise me if we start seeing them try to run it the rest of the game just to get this clock down, but also to wear down this Baytown Elite Ganders team that has a bunch of guys playing two-way.
First play of the ball game offensively for Iowa Colony, and we saw fireworks on the 40-yard touchdown pass to Jaden Warren, who's just bigger, faster, and stronger than everybody else. And that reminds me, we got to talk about Top Dog Fireworks. They're family owned and operated. Top Dog Fireworks has 14 locations in the greater Houston area. Go to topdogfireworks.com to find a location near you. Top Dog Fireworks supports the community and wishes the local high school athletes best of luck. Make memories and strive for your goals. Top Dog Fireworks, say it with a boom. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 from their own 11 to start the second quarter. And Hunt looking to pass and fires, and that is picked off. An interception there, and once again, it's Kenai Watts, a really talented defensive player for Iowa Colony, coming away with an interception and getting it back to the 10-yard line.
It shows you why he's a 3-star. Excellent break on the ball there, jumping in front of the route, and probably would have taken it back had he not been dragged down. Quarterback kind of staring down the throw, gave Watts ample time to jump in front of it, got the pick, and now Iowa Colony can really start putting the hurt on here.
It was 3rd and 7 from the 11-yard line, the pick, and then tackled at the 11-yard line. So Iowa Colony will start, and they're going to come out with this diamond formation on the right side with big Daniel Swiney out there.
Oh, they're getting
freaky. What are they
freaky.
going to do? As I think they're going to throw it to Aaron Tenner to the right side. They've also got Jaden Warren left. They do throw it to Aaron Tenner. He's got some blockers. And look at the Red Sea just part for Aaron Tenner. Daniel Swiney blocks, and he gets another big block from Ian Hill. And Aaron Tenner has his 3rd touchdown.
It's getting freaky here at Freedom Field, and I tell you what, Daniel Swiney destroyed all comers on his way to clearing that hole out. I mean, my goodness. I mean, it was like he turned the pancake sliders all the way up in Madden. He demolished multiple defenders. And, I mean, could have easily strolled in for the receiver if he wanted.
See the extra point coming here with 11:42 to go. And this one is going to bounce off the crossbar. Lee tries to pick it up, but no dice. So it is 27-0 still. And, man, what a play that was. The writing was on the wall when you saw Daniel Swiney out there. In that diamond formation, you just knew what was coming. And they were able to execute it to perfection.
To put it mildly, I mean, seriously, he flattened about at least 2 Ganders out there on the edge. I am not envious of those young men. That is a daunting task to go up against Daniel Swiney.
Did you see a replay? I'd love to see a replay. That was just monstrous blocking.
That will be
Swiney.
ingrained in my mind for at least the rest of this game because, my goodness, that is a textbook masterclass in blocking out there on the edge. I get it. It was a big guy against defensive backs, but, I mean, that's what you expect to see when you see a big guy going up against defensive backs. That was huge.
You're not wrong. As soon as we get done here, I'm gonna pull up YouTube and try to watch that clip. That's some funny stuff there. 27-0, and how about Aaron Tenner? 3 touchdowns already, and we're only 12 minutes and 18 seconds into the ball game. He's got a 34-yard receiving touchdown, a 13-yard touchdown run, and an 11-yard receiving touchdown. Vasquez, who just missed the extra point, will come out to kick it away.
Somehow I don't think they're that upset with him missing the extra point. It was his kick after all that had them set up that far back to begin with that set up the interception.
You're correct. He's a pretty good kicker. Not sure what happened on the extra point. It was clearly not, it didn't come off the foot very well.
We've seen pros miss a few extra points this past weekend. It happens.
They will.
Yeah.
They will.
Unless you're Brandon Aubrey.
Vasquez will kick it deep, and this time a much better kick off the foot there. Caught at the 6-yard line and hit by Pioneer and drug down at about the 14. They'll give him forward progress to the 16. That's Elijah Brown. I think Elijah Brown's a very talented player. I don't know that he's going to have the core around him to make a lot of noise tonight, but he's a talented guy.
Ultimate team sport. You can't win it by yourself in this game, and Iowa Colony knows the key to shutting down Baytown Lee is to start with shutting him down. So they've schemed appropriately for that, and you're seeing the results pay off. He's had a few big plays, but you saw it on plays like that end around. They try and get him loose, and guys like Kenai Watts are all over him. So he's going to find it hard to get open tonight.
1st and 10 from their own 17. Motion Brown across and handoff going left side. Oh, a little misdirection. And going back right and a pickup of 3 yards. That is, of course, Jacob Ramirez, the freshman.
We've seen a few individual wins on this Ganders offensive line. That time, Aiden Squires, the left tackle, making some space out there to get him a positive gain, and that's kind of what they hope to see more of is positive plays, even if they just end up chipping away for 3-4 yards every down.
Motion Rollins over to the right side, and now a handoff again going left side, and not a lot there, I think a yard.
Equally so, whenever that Iowa Colony knows that they can't pass the ball effectively, they're going to send guys to stack that box, and that time Duquay Buchanan creeping up, got there, brought him down.
Buchanan as well as Kingston Ephraim.
Said his name a few times tonight.
Yeah. He's been involved quite a bit. It's going to be 3rd and 6 this time. The interception came on 3rd and 7. Iowa Colony moving some guys around on defense. And Hunt will keep it and run left side. He is not going to have anything to do. He just throws it out of bounds. And a lucky fan gets the football, at least momentarily. I don't think they usually let you keep him.
Not at this level. But yeah, smart play there for as much as it hurts. Especially after that interception, you want to just be able to set up your defense with more field to work with. I think the head referee's debating throwing that flag for grounding.
Yeah, Coach Garza is trying to talk to him about that call. They're going back and forth. You see in the bottom right of your screen.
He's pocketing it. They probably argued that he was out of the pocket.
So they will send out the punting unit. The punter, Santiago Vasquez, once again. Kind of limps out there. Still feeling it. Jaden Warren, the only deep guy, and once again, I think they're going to try to send some pressure since Baytown Lee will not kick it to them. They're going to try to block it. Smart decision, and we'll see how Baytown Lee adjusts. And, oh, and he bobbles it. It looks like Iowa Colony's got it. I don't know. Either way, it's going to be their ball. With it being 4th down, it didn't matter there. But Iowa Colony trying to fall on it, and they do get it. It looks like Vasquez is down again. Vasquez didn't kick the ball this time, but once again, he's down. And they'll come out and check on him. And hopefully he's going to be okay. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Iowa Colony around the 17-yard line whenever this break to check on Vasquez is over. Very quick check on Vasquez as he hops off the field very quickly.
Yeah, things going from bad to worse out there. They might just need to end that young man's night here tonight. He's been trying to battle through it, but evidently it's just tough game to play even when you're healthy. So when you're hobbled, it makes it all that harder. So hope he's feeling better and be smart to just let him ice up the rest of the game.
I think Iowa Colony bringing pressure might have got to him. It looked like he took his eye off the ball when he was catching it, preparing to punt, and never caught the ball at all.
Yeah, they weren't disguising it at all. They had those guys near the line of scrimmage. They tried to time it, almost jumped off sides, but they knew if they're not kicking to Warren, we have a chance at it, so might as well try it. And bobble the snap even once, they're going to get there.
It's pretty wise, I think, to go after the punt if they're not going to kick it to you. And it worked out pretty well there. Carson White in the shotgun, looking to pass right side, firing for Ian Hill, and Ian Hill makes the catch. What a play, Ian Hill. How about that?
That was a fantastic fantastic throw by Carson White right to the edge pylon on the far side. Laid it right in there for Ian Hill, who had a great play blocking earlier on a 10-er touchdown. Now gets in on the receiving action. And again, another one play, one throw, one catch, one touchdown for Iowa Colony, and they're starting to run up this score.
See Vasquez to kick again after he missed the last extra point. Currently 33-0. Kick is up, and it is good. 34-0 Iowa Colony with 9:49 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
Maybe you're like them, with strains and sniffles. That's why Houston Methodist has primary care near you, with a network of specialists and same-day clinics to keep you healthy. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Welcome back. Score 34-0 in a game that Baytown Lee was kind of hanging in earlier, but after one drive stalled, punted it away. Iowa Colony scored on their first offensive possession of the game, and since then it's been all Pioneers. Their last play, 11-yard touchdown from White to Ian Hill, and now the score is starting to get out of hand, and we might be seeing a running clock here sooner rather than later.
White's got 4 touchdown passes already, and I don't know if he's going to play past halftime. He might not even make it to halftime. I mean, I don't know.
If they keep getting these short fields, it wouldn't surprise me. The last 2 possessions, they've been automatically in the red zone. So
I'd expect to see Gage Martinez sooner rather than later here in this blowout.
Yeah, Warren, White, and Tenor might all be getting early nights off and be enjoying the rest of this game from their sideline.
If you ever hear somebody say, I don't know about Carson White, he only had like 120 yards last week. Well,
I mean,
4 touchdowns.
After that throw to Ian Hill, I mean, my
throw.
goodness, that was a beautiful throw. He can get it done.
Great job by Ian Hill as well. And the kick goes to, looks like Jeremiah Rollins, who bobbles it. And Rollins comes up, and he's got some room. And he's going to get around a couple of defenders and slip up at the 35. So probably the best return for Lee tonight.
Easily, and if nothing else, it gets them out of the shadow of their own end zone.
I think that's, the 5th or 6th kickoff by Vasquez? I think the 6th.
So they might be getting a little tired. They're running the clock right now.
They already started a running clock.
Wow. Huh. That might be a record for fastest running clock I've seen in a game.
I mean, it's 34-0, but I'm pretty surprised by that. We'll see if that continues.
Yeah.
First time I've noticed it. And Hunt will hand off, and nowhere to go as he's drugged down by his jersey. Running back there was Jeremiah High Payne.
Yeah, it might have been a horse collar they got away with there. No flag thrown, so that'll go by the wayside. But yeah, I only noticed the running clock this first time after the kickoff, so don't know if it was a clerical error or not, but either way, that clock is running in. That might have just been them getting the jump on what was probably to come later in this game.
From everything I can think, if the coaches both agree they want to do a running clock, then I think that they can. I mean, if you're Baytown Lee, this is a game you know you're going to lose. You're down 34-0, and all your players play both ways. It might shorten the game a little bit for you.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's going to be a delay of game. The clock had been in zero for a
dead
while.
ball. Delay of game offense, 5 yards from the previous spot, 2nd down.
That's not going to help matters much. Already behind the cue ball in terms of where you are score-wise, but just making it harder on yourself. And this might be an instance where you try out some plays here on offense to see what works going into their next game. That'll be against Texas City, so not much easier, but we'll see.
Pressure in his face immediately, throws it up to Brown, and Brown is spun down, and one of his offensive linemen keeps him from hitting the ground, but not a lot doing there.
Word I've seen, or a phrase I've seen thrown around a lot on Twitter is hospital ball recently, and I think that throw is an effective part of
about
that category.
8 people in the vicinity there.
Yeah.
A lot of people in that area for sure.
Yeah, last thing you want here if you're the Ganders is for one of your guys to get hurt, especially someone like Brown.
It's going to be 3rd and 16. 2 receivers on each side. And we'll see if they can make anything happen here. And there's a false start, so it's going to be 3rd and 21.
If you can believe it, Baytown Lee's actually winning the penalty game.
We got a false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Before that delay of game, they hadn't been penalized once, and scratch that there was a holding earlier in this game, but Iowa Colony had that roughing the kicker, which...
Yeah, and they had a hold and some other, I think one other penalty as well.
Starting to creep back towards a deadlock, though.
Yeah. Hunt looking to pass his 3rd and forever. Hunt firing a deep ball, looking for Brown, and Brown is going to go up, and the ball is going to fall harmlessly to the ground after it looked like Kenai Watts was going to have another pick.
Yeah, Kenai Watts and Macario Bracken's kind of closing in.
Timeout. We had an official timeout.
And that time, good job by Brown. He got past that first wave of defenders and 2-on-1, but Brown, good enough to win those on occasion, didn't that time.
The only reason that Kenai Watts didn't catch it was because Macario Brackens tackled him. Kenai Watts had just a clear lane to the ball. It hit him in the chest, and then Brackens came in, and they were both going for it and knocked the ball out. But there is an injured Gander. It looks like Aiden Squires.
That's one for each. I think there's a Pioneer down as well on that side. Can't see who it is, but he's walking under his own power, and that's tough for Squires. I had highlighted him a few times in this game. He'd been doing a good job on that left side of the offensive line, winning a few battles here and there, and he's also under his own power, so he'll be okay. But again, in a game that you feel like you probably won't win, you don't want to get too many of your guys hurt. But again, with a shorter roster, not really much you can do.
Both players make their way off. It was Jackson O'Quinn and Aiden Squires. Good to see them both walk off the field under their own power. Very curious what Baytown Lee is going to do on 4th and 22. And, of course, we do have a running clock, so the rest of this game is going to be very brief. It looks like they're going to send Hunt out there on 4th and 22. Or no. What is going to be the situation here? Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 22.
I think that's Emerson Sutterfield out there along with him.
And he's looking to pass. Now he's going to take off and run left side, and he's going to avoid a couple of Pioneers, and he's just drilled. That's Brown. It's like a wildcat play. The flag will likely be declined, so Iowa Colony can take over.
Yeah, if your punter is gone for the game, there's not really a whole lot you have if you don't have someone who's a designated backup. So getting desperate here, see if you can get a play, maybe draw a flag, but no dice.
Well, for block in the back on the offense, that penalty is declined. That was 4th down, the ball goes over to Iowa.
Iowa's got the ball.
Ball's at the 36.
Well, Iowa Colony's having a bit more success than the Iowa offense themselves. It's all right. We love the Big Ten over here. We're all right.
When we used to call games here for KACC, they were building Iowa Colony, and we were thinking they were going to name the school the Hawkeyes.
The Hawkeyes.
But
that might have been a curse on their offense, in all fairness.
Carson White hands off to Aaron Tenner, and Aaron Tenner finds a hole. Aaron Tenner drags the defender. Aaron Tenner with a block around the edge, and he steps out of bounds. A nice run by Aaron Tenner. Picks up 23.
Starting to see that fatigue set in here for the Ganders. Not a very complicated play, but wins at the line of scrimmage all across the board. Arm tackling not going to get it done, and happy to just scamper down his Tenner. And once again, they're in the red zone.
1st and 10 from the 13 with 4:54 to go. Running clock already early in the second quarter. It's going to be a brief rest of the ball game. And White will hand off to Tenner. And Tenner with a nice jump cut and drags his feet up to about the 6. You know, Andrew, I think the saddest thing is that no head coaches are like us. If I was playing this game on College Football 26, Carson White would have 14 touchdowns by the end of it. But they're going to take him out probably at halftime, and his amazing stat line is not going to come to fruition.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't farm the teammate grade in real life, so he'll just have to settle with a very good game in about a quarter and a half, 2 quarters, and I think he'll be more than okay with that as long as his team gets the win. And I know we talked about not looking too far ahead towards Randall, but at this point in the game, it might be time to start looking at Randall.
Hand off to Tenner again, going right side. Tenner's in the end zone. Another touchdown for Aaron Tenner. He's been incredible. His 4th touchdown makes it 40-0.
Yeah, Tenner might be the one who starts farming the stats here if they keep him in any longer. And already a lopsided score becomes even more so with a running clock. Already 40 points up here with 3.5 left to play.
Aaron Tenner and Carson White both with 4 touchdowns nearing halftime. And a low snap, and he's just going to take off and run. And we'll see what happens here as he is flipped upside down. Unbelievable. That was Miles Blake, a senior defensive back, who bobbled the snap, and they could have kicked it. Nobody seemed to really react to the bobbled snap on the hold, but he just took off and ran. It's 40-0 with 3:09 to go.
He paid for it.
Yeah, he did. He got flipped upside down.
If there's one thing you can criticize from this game for the Pioneers, that their special teams on extra points hasn't been the best, but I jest, but it genuinely might be the kicker's leg getting a little tired from scoring and kicking off so often.
40-0 score here. Life happens. Maybe it's a work trip, family event, or you just want to watch the game at home. Don't let your tickets go to waste. With Quick Assist, your seat gets listed on every major marketplace simultaneously. No more juggling apps or stressing over resale. We make it fast, easy, and hassle-free, so you have time to put money back in your pocket from the NFL to MLB, NBA to NHL, MLS, and college football and basketball. Download the app by scanning the QR code on the website. Quick Assist, your ticket everywhere. 3:09 to go in the second quarter. Iowa Colony Pioneers up by a 40-piece. And I'm assuming they'll start that running clock as soon as the kickoff happens here. We saw quite a bit of evidence of the running clock in that second quarter.
Yeah, for sure.
After the touchdown, I think that made it 34-0 is when it started. But it's still stuck at 3:09 as Vasquez will kick it deep. And Rollins will get it. Running right side, and Rollins runs into a wall down at the 20. Clock is still rolling. Well, we'll get home earlier tonight than maybe we expected.
Yeah, I guess so. Hour-and-a-half drive for me out here. That'll be shortened to an hour with no traffic, God willing. I mean, Iowa Colony, the beautiful place. Absolutely beautiful. And last time I was here, they didn't have the roads entirely finished, so there was a lot of side roads you had to get to coming from the Beltway onto here. But, I mean, this is just a gorgeous stadium, gorgeous atmosphere, and, I mean, really amazing place to play football at.
My first time here was in 2020. It's a great stadium.
We don't talk about 2020.
Rough year for a lot of
Rough year for a lot of folks, for sure.
Looks like they're going to run Wildcat with Elijah Brown and a nice juke move, and he'll be brought down at the 22, so a 2-yard gain for number 2. And we'll see a 2-minute timeout. That is a 2-minute timeout.
Well, the 2-minute first half timeout.
Interesting that stays even in a running clock.
It is interesting. I wasn't entirely sure how they would handle it because I haven't really seen that happen in the second
quarter.
quarter.
We've never seen a running clock second quarter and also let's stop the clock for a 2-minute timeout here. But, hey, man, high school football, you see something new every day.
Yeah, you do. You're absolutely correct. Evan Geiger and Andrew Carter here. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. You can get connected with the Legacy Sports Network by checking out our social media pages. On Facebook, you can find us at LSN Sports. On X, formerly known as Twitter, we are at Legacy Sportsnet. And on Instagram, we are Legacy Sports Network. Legacy Sports Network, we're building a legacy one game at a time. It's been a blast to work with Alvin Sports Network this season. I've had every single game at Freedom Field, and this is your first time out here this season. And I told you, it's freaky Freedom Field. We see something every game that I haven't seen in my, 5 years of doing high school football in Houston and for Alvin ISD. The first game, we had a kickoff return touchdown by Summer Creek called back for a taunt during the play.
Oh, no. The old Brad Wing.
Yep. Never seen that one in a high school game before, but it happened. And we'll see the Wildcat again. And this time Elijah Brown goes left. Oh, nice little cut to go the other direction and a nice pickup. And actually, this is not bad looking for Baytown Lee. I don't know how long it's going to work for, but Elijah Brown is your best athlete, and snap him the ball directly and see what he can do.
Shifty, athletic, and he knows how to pick the running lanes. There's a flag down, however. Didn't see it during the play. We might have had some extracurricular. We'll see, but
puts a damper on what I was saying, but it's okay.
Yeah, point still stands.
Hands to the face. Personal foul, hands to the face on the defense.
On the defense.
That's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Yeah, not really something you want to see. I know you're up 40-0, but losing focus is the quickest way to drive your coach crazy with a big lead.
First and 10, Ganders.
So first down and 10 from the 44. Game clock under a minute and 40 seconds. Now Hunt's back in. He's going to roll right, and he's going to fire it, and nearly picked. Was it picked? What? Who has the ball? Where is the ball? Yeah, incomplete over there on the sideline. There's about 5 people there.
Yeah, I saw the ball ricochet around the 45. I wasn't sure if pick, interception, whatever. Either way, another stop.
Once again, Iowa Colony's going to take over. See if they can score again here before the halftime break.
Yeah, Carson White still out there. I think I might have seen Denham Barnes out there now at running back for Tenor, so that might be the end of Tenor's night potentially.
Jaden Warren down here at the 40, the bottom of the screen, and it's going to be a handoff to Denham Barnes. Denham Barnes shifty. He's got a big hole. Denham Barnes breaks the tackle and is stumbling up to the 33. And Iowa Colony will probably go relatively quick to try and score again before the half.
And how much of a luxury is it? Just pull a guy off the bench, hey man, go get us some yards, and look at that shift.
He's very quick.
Sticks his foot in the ground and goes.
Very quick is Denham Barnes. Game clock nearing that 45-second mark, and we've only seen Jaden Warren touch the ball once, and it was the first play of the game, and we'll see if they ever throw it to him. This is going to be a run to Denham Barnes, a big hole right side, and he shifts the other direction, and he's going to be dragged down and then hit from behind at the 22.
Denham Barnes once again carrying the football.
Clock still running.
Yeah, not moving with a ton of urgency with the team that's looking to score here up big, but
thought they would maybe try to throw it to Jaden Warren and get him involved before they take him out. But game clock down to 14 seconds. And thought they'd at least try to score before the half before they pull the starters. And now looking to pass is Carson White. Carson White rolling out left. If he doesn't complete this pass, they're not going to score. And he finds a man in the end zone. He falls down and makes the catch. And, of course, it's Jaden Warren. I had a feeling they were going to try to get to him.
Speak his name and he shall appear. He'd been quiet by his standards and not even really his fault with his team up big, but figured they were going to try and go to him one more time with the half winding down. They did, and nice little diving catch on an improvisation play to get them up even more. Now 46 pending 47 with this extra point.
And the extra point is up, and it is good. 47-0 as the clock strikes zeros here at the end of the second quarter. Carson White with 5 touchdowns, Aaron Tenner with 2 touchdowns, and Jaden Warren with 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, 63 yards. Like you said, not his fault he hasn't gotten that many looks. But a 47-0 walloping. We got a running clock with about 9 minutes to go in the second quarter, and that is going to do it for the first half. Real quick, Andrew, before we let the bands take over, give me your first half thoughts.
Complete and total domination by the Pioneers. They've been getting it every way they've wanted it, on the ground, in the air, defensively, heck, even special teams outside of a few extra point misses. I mean, we anticipated Iowa Colony scoring big in this game, but 47 in one half. Pretty good for Coach Garza and his crew of Pioneers, and at this point, they're just probably wondering what they're going to have for dinner when the game's over at this point.
Oh, man, 47-0, and you just know without running clock it could get really ugly. But I'm expecting a pretty short, low-scoring second half. I think a lot of the backups will be in for Iowa Colony. And for Baytown Lee, this is a program. You got a new head coach trying to turn things around. And you got some talent, but across the board it's just going to be tough for them in this district this season. So many good teams. Like I said, Iowa Colony and Randall, we talk about all the time. They're so good. The talk of 5A, some of the best teams in the state. And we saw Randall win it all last year, and Iowa Colony, I think, made it to the Elite
Quarterfinals.
8. Yeah, the quarterfinals. But 47-0 the score at the half. Evan Geiger and Andrew Carter for Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network. We are going to bow out and pick it up right before the start of the third quarter. Enjoy.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome your award-winning Lee High School celebrities. The celebrities will open halftime with a signature Texas favorite, deep in the heart of Texas. The 2025-2026 celebrity military officers are Captain Cameron Flores, Captain Isabella Guerra, Captain Mariana Reynosa, Major Guadalupe Torres, Colonel Mia Martinez. The 2025-2026 celebrity spirit officers are Head Spirit Officer Edna Yanes, Head Spirit Eileen Flores Herrera, Spirit Officer Leslie Rodriguez, Spirit Officer Angela Vasquez. Dancer of the Week is Zoe Hernandez. Spirit Girl of the Week is Daniela Rangel. Celebrity of the Week is Ailanice Jones. The celebrities will now perform their kick routine to knock on wood.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Principal Ernest Brooks and the band staff are proud to present the Robert E. Lee High School Marching Band. The band president is Portia Harrington. Vice president is Emily Sistos. The band is led onto the field by drum majors Yaden Ramirez, Sergio Benitez, and Mariela Corral. Band members of the week are Section Mellophones. Rookie of the Week, Benito Juarez. Brass of the Week, David Estrada. Woodwind of the Week is Michael Brickman. Percussion of the Week is Adriana Lopez, and Color Guard of the Week is Shayla Ortiz. Tonight we present a large portion of our UIL competition show entitled Fantastic Voyage. You never know what you'll see and find along the way. Part 1 features La Mer and Three Nocturnes by French composer Claude Debussy. Part 2 features The Sailor's Hornpipe, The Wellerman, and The Drunken Sailor. Part 3 features Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish. Featured soloists are Nicole Bosnich on flute, Nicholas Rodriguez on clarinet, Julian Castillo on alto sax, Eli Ortiz on bari sax, and Juan Pena on trombone. Drum major, is the band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please help me welcome the famous Robert E. Lee Band. Superintendent of Schools is Randall O'Brien. Deputy Superintendent is Susan Jackson. The principal of Lee High School is Mr. Ernest Brooks. The GCC ISD Director of Fine Arts is Dr. Ray Levan. The band directors are Robert Poulon and Mariano Rodriguez. The percussion director is Dr. Stephen Ice. The color guard instructor is Jaime Diaz. The band wishes the Iowa Colony High School band the best of luck this season. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear you once more for the famous Robert E. Lee Band.
Good evening. The faculty, staff, and students of Iowa Colony High School welcome you to the 2025 Iowa Colony Homecoming Game. We are thrilled to announce this year's homecoming court. Let's begin with our underclassmen. For the freshman class, we have Lord Julian Vasquez, a participant of our boys' soccer team, and Letty Nevea Cruz, a participant in our girls' soccer team. Representing the sophomore class, we have Duke Elias Rodriguez, a participant of our boys' soccer team, and Duchess Gabby Martinez, a member of our varsity volleyball team. Lastly, we have our juniors, Prince Roy Griffin, drum major of the band and member of our boys' soccer team, and Princess Amaya Dunlap, a member of the varsity cross-country team, varsity girls track and field team, and Black Student Union. And now, here are your senior class homecoming king and queen nominees. Our first nominee for homecoming king is Aiden Everett. Aiden is being escorted by his parents, Brandon and Irene Everett. Aiden is the trumpet section leader in the band. After high school, Aiden plans to attend the University of Houston and major in mechanical engineering. When asked about his role model, Aiden says his role models are his parents because they have helped me succeed with everything I've accomplished and are always there for advice when I need it. Our first nominee for homecoming queen is Giselle Burdick. Giselle is being escorted by her mother, Christina Burdick, and sister, Juliana Burdick. Giselle is the colonel of the Iowa Colony Legends dance team. After high school, Giselle plans to attend college and major in interior design. When asked about her most memorable moment at Iowa Colony, Giselle said, during my sophomore year, when I received my drill team performance hat for the very first time, that moment made me feel proud of all of my hard work and excited to be part of something so special. The next nominee for homecoming king is Chase Wiley. Chase is escorted by his parents, Marcus and Erica Wiley. Chase is the captain of our varsity boys basketball team and member of the Iowa Colony Newground Theater Company. After high school, Chase plans to attend the university, majoring in entertainment management as he plans to be in the entertainment business in front of and behind the camera. When asked about his role model, Chase answered, "My dad is my role model. He is the epitome of a hard worker. Watching his hard work pay off right before my eyes is truly a blessing. He always reminds me, don't quit what you have started." And he lives by those words. He is the perfect example of perseverance, and now I'm proud to see the doors opening for him. Our next nominee for Homecoming Queen is Joanna Nyamboga. Joanna is being escorted by her parents, Ingrid Obachi and Emmanuel Nyamboga. Joanna is the captain of our varsity tennis team, National Honor Society vice president, a member of the Student Council, DECA, and the UIL Academic Decathlon team. After high school, Joanna plans to attend college and to be a STEM major focused on both engineering and computer science. When asked about her role model, Joanna answered, "My mother," because watching her make sacrifices and go absolutely above and beyond for me and my sister without ever having a second thought about it is something I look at with so much admiration and adoration. Our next Homecoming King nominee is Donald Ducky Wynn. Ducky is escorted by his parents, Donald and Karita Wynn. Ducky is a member of our back-to-back state champion boys track and field team as part of the Iowa Colony Newground Theater Company. Ducky is also class of 2026 historian and a member of the Student Council. After high school, Ducky plans to go to college and major in biology to open his own dentistry business. When asked about his role model, he responded, "My father," because no matter how much hard work he has or how tired he is, he always makes time for his family and always wants to help teach me something new. Our next nominee for Homecoming Queen is Mariah San Marco. Mariah is escorted by her mother, Kiara Clavin. Mariah is a member of our state-winning girls track and field team, National Honor Society, Student Council, and a flag runner on football game days. After high school, Mariah plans to go to a university to study political science and continue on to law school. When asked about her role model, she responded, "My mom is my biggest role model. She has taught me how to carry myself in every life lesson I could fathom. Because of her, I am me," which I am very proud to say. Our next Homecoming King nominee is Francisco de la Fuente. Francisco is escorted by his mom, Shannon de la Fuente. Francisco is a member of our varsity baseball team, National Honor Society, and part of DECA. After high school, Francisco plans to attend a four-year university to pursue a finance degree. When asked about his most memorable moment at Iowa Colony, he stated, "My greatest memory during my time at Iowa Colony was walking the halls on my first day as a freshman because nobody knew what to expect, and it was fun building this school's culture." Our next Homecoming Queen nominee is Nia Taylor. Nia is escorted by her parents, Nada Hilaire and Anthony Taylor. Nia is a member of our cheer team. After high school, Nia plans to attend college to pursue a business degree in entrepreneurship and marketing. When asked about her role models, she says, "My mom and grandmother, because they are two hardworking, supportive, and independent people. They have shown me what love really looks like and how to be determined and never give up." And our final nominee for Homecoming King is Jaden Warren. Jaden is escorted by his parents, Raquel Warren Patterson and James Patterson. Jaden is on our varsity football team and a member of our back-to-back state champion boys track and field team. After graduation, Jaden will be attending the University of Houston on a football scholarship while majoring in radiology. When asked about his role model, Jaden stated, "My mother. She is the epitome of strength and selflessness. She has instilled in me the importance of how great it is just to be a good human being. Pay homage to those who pour into you, giving God honor and allowing Him to guide my footsteps." Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for our entire court and nominees. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Iowa Colony High School's 2025 Homecoming Queen is Mariah San Marco. And our 2025 Homecoming King is Donald Ducky Wynn. Congratulations to our Homecoming Queen and our Homecoming King. Thank you for coming tonight and being a part of our Homecoming celebration.
Evan Geiger and Andrew Carter back on the call for you here with Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network. Congrats to those young individuals who won Homecoming King and Queen and all the members of the, was it the court? Is that what they call them?
Yes.
Congrats to them. 47-0 is the score here between Iowa Colony and Baytown Lee. Got a few scores from around the area. Pearland is beating Alvin 51-3 in the third quarter. Katy is beating Cinco Ranch 35-21. Klein is beating Klein Force 44-6. Fort Bend Dulles is in a close game with Fort Bend Austin 20-14. Alief Hastings is beating Houston Bel Air 28-14. Richmond Randall up 35-0 on Fort Bend Marshall, the third best team in this district, and no problemo for Richmond Randall.
Them boys coming.
It's going to be a great game next week between Iowa Colony and Randall. I am very sad I will not be there for that one. Houston Sterling and Galena Park. Our buddy Carl Thies is on the call for that one. It's 28-28 at the half.
Thies for peace. He always gets the good games. They know to put on a show for him when he's in town.
Santa Fe is beating Lamar. Rosenberg-Lamar consolidated 14-7. And Katy Taylor is beating Katy Morton Ranch 17-6 in the third quarter. That's all the games in a 50-mile radius of us. As Iowa Colony and Baytown Lee have made their ways back onto the field. Quick recap of the scoring in the first half.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah, it's a lot. Let's see if I can get through it. It's like, what is it, the fastest 2 minutes in football from Chris Berman? I don't know if I can do it, but with 7:44 to go in the first quarter, a 40-yard touchdown pass from Carson White to Jaden Warren put the Iowa Colony Pioneers on the board. The extra point was good, made it 7-0. Then just a minute later with 4:31 to go in the first quarter, a 34-yard touchdown pass from Carson White to Aaron Tenner made it 14-zip. With 0 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the first quarter. 13-yard touchdown run by Aaron Tenner made it 21-zip. And then with 11:42 to go, just 18 seconds into the second quarter, an 11-yard touchdown pass from White to Aaron Tenner. That missed extra point. It was 27-0 Iowa Colony. 2 minutes later, 9:55 to go, a 12-yard touchdown pass from Carson White to Ian Hill. It was a great throw and a great catch by Ian Hill. The extra point was good, made it 34-zip. Then with 3:53 to go in the second quarter, a 6-yard touchdown run by Aaron Tenner and another missed extra point, had it at 40-0. And then as time expired, right before the half, a 23-yard touchdown pass to Jaden Warren from Carson White, and the extra point made it 47-0. That is your scoring from the first half.
Good job. A lot of White and Tenner in that recap, and I mean, for good reason, too. They've relied on a lot tonight. Maybe White a little more so than people would have thought. You would have imagined that with the score running up, they would have been content to just give it to Tenner and get out the way. But White's been flashing the arm. He's looked really good. He's rolled out of the pocket a few times, found some guys deep in the end zone, had a few good intermediate passes as well. He's looking crisp and sharp. As you go through the season, it's kind of a process to get your quarterback where he needs to be in game time, in terms of, you know, his progressions, his familiarity with the playbook and all that. But he's looked really sharp, really cool under pressure. Not that there's been a lot of pressure on him, but he looks really good, and I'm excited to see how he keeps growing, not just in this game, but throughout the rest of the season, and, of course, that big test next week against Randall.
Miguel Dominguez will kick it off. Didn't even realize they had another kicker on the roster, and this time it's going to be caught at the 15-yard line by Jaden Warren. Jaden Warren splits a couple of Lee Ganders and is tackled at the 33. Just couldn't get enough room to get away, but a good job by Lee to prevent. I think any time you kick it to Jaden Warren, if he doesn't score a touchdown, you did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you kind of hold your breath if you're a defense, and you'll see him here kind of spin his way out of it. He's such a tough guy to bring down. The size certainly helps, but he's slippery, and good job gang tackling him there to try and hold him to a modest gain on the kickoff, and that clock is running, so that is how it'll be the rest of this game.
Going to be backups in there. It's going to be Gage Martinez and Denham Barnes in the backfield, 12 and 13. All new receivers out there. 4 receiver set. So we won't see any more stats from Warren or White or Tenner as Barnes reverses field. A big block there, and Barnes cuts it back up the middle, and he picks up a first down. He went left, and he had about 4 Ganders chasing him. and then went back the other direction and picks up the first.
Common theme with this Pioneer team is they're not afraid to reverse the field. Made a few guys miss. I mean, Denham Barnes, really shifty guys. We've talked about that's probably about 4 missed tackles on that one play, and
he's quick.
With him resting most of that first half, he's fresh, he's spry, he's ready to show off his stuff here in the second half.
I expect a lot of running plays, but I'm sure Martinez will throw it a few times. Denham Barnes better be ready for a big workload as he runs left side and makes a man miss and just keeps his feet churning. Gotta say, the Iowa Colony running backs, they're fast, but they're not very big, but they run like a big back. They run hard and they just keep those legs churning and get extra yards after contact.
Yeah, they're a stable out there, and you know what they say about stables, you can only have one if you have 2 or more good horses in there. So they've got a few guys that can tote the rock, and as opposed to the stoutness of Tenor, the shiftiness of Barnes offers a new look for this offense.
Back-to-back first downs for the Iowa Colony offense, and Denham Barnes has picked them both up. They don't rotate backs a lot, so it'll probably be the Denham Barnes show as they go up the middle, and he's probably a back more suited for outside runs, but picks up a yard.
That's kind of been the case this entire game. They've had a lot more success running the ball outside the hash than they have between the tackles. For whatever this Ganders team has suffered through in this game, their interior line hasn't been all that bad when it comes to runs between the tackles.
Down 47-0, but they have definitely competed and been evenly matched with Iowa Colony on inside runs. It's just, it doesn't seem like they have the speed to contend with the outside runs. Look how many guys they have on the line. They have 6 guys between the right tackle and left tackle. Toss out to Denham Barnes going right side. Denham Barnes gets around the edge, and he trips up at about the 35. First down.
Yeah, risky play normally when you leave those receivers for the Pioneers one-on-one outside, but when you're selling out for the run, as the Pioneers are content to stick with, that's the risk you take. But another outside run and another positive play, and again, the only thing that takes down the backs for the Pioneers is the turf.
Yeah, didn't look like anybody really touched him there, but 1st and 10 from the 34. Iowa Colony has been content to let a lot of time run off between snaps. And they'll go to Denham Barnes again, and Barnes goes right side. He got a couple of blocks, and his one receiver didn't even touch the guy. He just kind of stood there, and wow, Barnes kept his footing. It was Braylon Watts who was just kind of watching his DB. The DB didn't really move. Pretty funny there, but another first down, the 4th one of the drive for Denham Barnes.
Well, I think that play was designed to go between the tackles. You'll see it here, but all the defensive ends shot up the field, so he was able to bounce it outside. I don't think.
Watts didn't touch the guy until he touched Denham Barnes.
You know,
pretty funny.
Watts is thinking that, oh, this runs inside. There's no way it comes out to me. Better check again.
Martinez motions a guy across and just tosses it to him, going left side and cut down. No, he keeps his footing, but ultimately is dragged down at the 11, as that was Tarikus Moore.
Yeah, already almost 5 minutes taken off this one drive with the running clock, and
he'll be home for dinner.
But an official timeout. Official timeout.
We've been fed pretty good here.
Center court pizza.
Love it.
Officials timeout with an injury on the field. Can't see the number of the player, but hopefully whoever it is for the Ganders is going to be okay. Nothing with 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Interestingly enough, Alvin playing at home on a Thursday with no other game at their stadium on a Friday. I'm sure there's some reason for that. I don't know what it is, but last score was 51-3 Pearland, and Shadow Creek beat Alvin 55-0 here last week. thing about Alvin ISD is a lot of these schools, there's a lot of carryover, and a lot of these coaches have, they all know each other. A lot of the players know each other. So even when they play each other, like last week, Shadow Creek kind of blew them out, but there was a lot of good sportsmanship involved with that. Martinez hands off going up the middle, and not a lot of ganders in there, and it looks like just a yard gain. Good to see big number 75, Aiden Squires back out there.
Getting it done on both sides of the ball. He's had some good blocks offensively for the Ganders, and now getting in on the action on the defensive line. It looked good out there. And building blocks for sure for this Gander team to build off of. Squires certainly among them. Just trying to extend those positive plays throughout the duration of a whole game.
3rd and 6. We'll see if Martinez passes. He'll fake the pass and take off and run, and he'll drag a defender up near the first down marker. Looks like he's going to be a yard shy. It'll be 4th and 1, and we'll see if they go for it or attempt to kick a field goal. We still have yet to see a pass, and it looks like they'll kick the field goal.
This couldn't hurt to get some more work on your special teams.
Over a 6-minute drive and still counting here to begin the 3rd quarter, and they will settle for a field goal attempt. It's going to be a 22-yard attempt for Vasquez. Andres Vasquez, a senior kicker, has missed an extra point, and then they had a bobbled hold and a failed 2-point attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. It is 50-0 with 5:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're right back here on the Alvin Sports Network and the Legacy Sports Network.
Center Court Pizza and Brew was built on the belief that pizza should be special, and they carry that belief into everything they do. Stop by for one of their specialty pizzas, wings, great appetizers, and so much more. Don't miss out on Monday's special $12 large pizzas. Center Court Pizza and Brew in Meridiana, tonight's Press Box meal sponsor and proud supporter of Alvin ISD Athletics.
Andres Vasquez getting set to kick off. It's Elijah Rabb, the deep man, 4.
Clock nearing 4 minutes, over a minute gone with the running clock in between the field goal, and now we'll see the kickoff. So Iowa Colony probably take their time. Andres Vasquez will kick it away. Yeah, shortens the game when a minute and a half runs off between a field goal and a kickoff.
Yeah, for sure.
Vasquez will kick it deep, possibly to Elijah Brown. We'll see where he sends it. And it will go to Rollins again at the 14-yard line. And Rollins makes his way to the 26 before he's dragged down. 12-yard return for number 12. Probably be under 3 minutes by the time they snap the ball.
Score was 63-14 in this game last year. We are on pace to eclipse that as it stands right now.
I don't know, man. The last drive was a 6-minute drive. It could definitely be that way.
I mean, all they need is one to break loose.
Yeah. I'm not sure. They definitely can if they wanted to run the score up. I know Iowa Colony could put up 100 with the way they scored in the first quarter.
50-0 is a nice round number to end on, too.
We'll see. Looks like they're going to go Wildcat with Elijah Brown, and he's going to keep it himself and run left side and try to squeeze between some defenders, and he is not going to have anywhere to go. Some starters still out there for Iowa Colony on defense. I see the aforementioned Kingston Ephraim and Kanai Watts out there, as well as Jeremy Garner II. They gave the offense a break, but even Daniel Swiney's still out there. I believe Henry Kalu is still out there.
Yeah, part of it's a pride thing. You don't want to let a district rival score when you can help it. And this defense has been relatively fresh most of the night. Haven't really been on the field too much, so they've got plenty of juice left in the tank.
Handoff going left side and hit and met there. It looked like Macario Brackens. Or was it? It was actually Austin Ambery who was in on that tackle. That was Ramirez, the freshman, with a decent run.
Yeah, I thought we'd see a lot more of him in this game after he got 11 carries last week, but evidently we had to wait until the third quarter to see him get an extended run in this offense.
I think Henry Kalu is the one who officially brought him down. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Elijah Brown in the Wildcat again. And this time he takes off and runs right, and he runs into a wall. I think he picked it up. Needed 3, got 4, 1st down. And the Wildcat has not looked bad for them.
Yeah, that might be something they look to expand upon in the coming weeks. Maybe not something that you consistently go to, but as a good little mix-up. You'll see it here. Good misdirection, gets the linemen's heads going the other direction. Not the best blocking on that right side, but it worked to decent effect and got the 1st down.
It looked like one of his own offensive linemen grabbed him. Brown was trying to get away from a host of Pioneers. It looked like his left guard just reached out and put his arms around.
Well, you got to know, you can't pull, but you can push.
This time it goes to Rollins' right side on a little jet sweep and a pickup of a couple. I mean, consistently, I think, as we see a flag come in late, maybe some extracurricular pushing and shoving, but I think pound for pound, you know, efficiency, the Wildcat has been the best look for them.
Oh, yeah, easily. I mean, they'd had some good throws down the field earlier in this game, but that has been largely abandoned since the score started getting run up. So maybe something that they can stick with.
Personal foul on the defense. Dead ball, unnecessary roughness on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run, 1st down.
The official doesn't say numbers, so we never know who the infraction is on. But it's going to move Baytown Lee further across midfield into enemy territory. And this, have they made it across midfield yet?
Yes, they have.
Okay.
44-yard line.
Oh, okay, all right. So 1st and 10 from the 44. And it's going to be Brown keeping it up the middle, and Brown going to get away for a moment, but he picks up about 12, a 1st down, and Brown once again looking really good in the Wildcat. Was the team's leading rusher coming in, but he only had 8 carries. He was averaging almost 20 yards a carry. And we talked pregame how we thought it was going to be Nate Harmon who was the leading passer. We haven't seen him at all. And then we did see number 17, Dylan Hunt, who was really the quarterback to begin the ball game, and we haven't seen him at all in the 3rd quarter. But that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The clock is now starting to run down, and they'll flip into the field. But after 3 quarters, running clock and all, it is 50-0. Be right back here on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Welcome back here. Our score is 50-0 here at Freedom Field. Very lopsided score, but a very encouraging performance here for the Iowa Colony Pioneers, getting it any way they want right now, through the air, on the ground, and most of the backups in right now as Lee trying to put together one last gasp of a drive. Have the ball currently about the 30-yard line in Iowa Colony territory. We'll see what they do with it.
Looking to run is Brown, left side, and Brown with a nice spin move. Really nice move up near the 1st down marker. Looks like he's a couple of yards shy, but Brown clearly their best and most athletic player, and he showed it off all night.
You'll see the spin move right here. Foot in the ground, boom.
Whoop.
Great block also on the edge there from Jeremiah Rollins to help spring him further. This is a nice little drive they're putting together here.
And still a lot of starters out there for Iowa Colony. So a lot of times late in the game, you'll see a good drive, and so I say, oh, well, that was against the backups. It's really not. A lot of starters still in there for Iowa Colony. So something to hang your hat on for Lee as this goes to Ramirez. And Ramirez looks like he's near the first down marker. Needed 2 yards and may have gotten them at maybe a yard shy. I don't know. Looks like it'll be third and 1, or a very short one.
Haven't really been a lot of short yardage situations for the Ganders, so interesting to see what they'll go to here with this current third down, but wouldn't be surprised if they just stick with what's working for them right now and either handoff or direct snap.
Brown goes to Ramirez, and Ramirez stacked up. He's going to lose a yard. It's going to be 4th and 2. Clock will probably be close to 10 minutes left in the ball game before they snap it again.
And other teams had a lot of success between the tackles, and you've seen a lot more runs to the outside for both Baytown Lee and Iowa Colony, and they've had a lot more success when they get their guys in open space. Going forward here on 4th down is Baytown Lee, so we'll see if that's what they try and elect to do here. Right side of the field open to them.
4th down and 2, and we'll see if they can keep the ball. They run right side and not a lot of room, and he's able to get out of there. Wow. Finally tackled down at the 26. A loss of 4 yards and a turnover on downs, but he broke about 4 tackles before they finally got him.
Yeah, it took Austin Ambery to finally bring him down, and Ambery was probably like, I did not think I would be the one making the tackle on this play, but he did. Good discipline on that backside to get him down, because Brown, as he has shown multiple times in this game, he is a slippery target. He almost broke it free for a first down, but the Pioneer defense holds, and they are working to preserve this shutout.
I don't think Jaden Warren's coming back in. He's got a bucket hat on. Him and looks like Carson White also has a bucket hat on. So
yeah, that's the universal sign for I'm done for the day.
Yep. Clock nearing 9 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, and Martinez looking to pass, fires a screen out there, has a man. Oh, and the defender slips going down the left sideline. It looks like he's going to outrun everybody as there's a flag, but he's G-O-N-E, gone. That is Christian Mensah, but a flag back at the 34, and it might come back.
Oh, it will come back, and this is the same situation we saw earlier in this game on a pass to Jaden Warren that was brought back. I thought it was pretty blatant holding, and they did call it after letting the play go on for a bit. Trying to see who that's on.
On the run, we have holding. On the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Yeah, it looked like they got Terry Childress for Iowa Colony. Had a good initial block, but held on to it too long. And when the defender is completely turned around and trying to pull away, and you hold on to him, that's normally going to get called 9 times out of 10. It did so there. So the second time we've had a long screen play get called back for a flag.
So it is going to be 1st and 20 from the 24. Clock starts to roll again. Trips to the left and 1 to the right. Back on the left hip. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper there for Martinez, who picks up a couple. Looks like in at running back there was Terry Childress.
Credit to this Iowa Colony crowd. They've been loud and proud all night long. A lot to cheer for. And obviously you saw the halftime festivities with them here as you see this run here from Martinez.
You can't not show up on homecoming.
I mean, gosh. They've been doing senior night on the first night of games recently, so
yeah,
you never really know what to expect when you pull up to the stadium.
I know. I was very surprised the first time I saw that. Here is another quarterback run by Martinez, who had a nasty fake, and he's going to go right side and upended at the 40. Nice fake on the pitch and had a couple of defenders bite.
I don't know if that was the intended direction that play was supposed to go, but ended up being the right decision. A lot of room and real estate over there, and he made the most of it. First down.
Martinez, a sophomore.
Yeah, he's showing some flashes here. He's got a lot of mobility to his game and looking really good.
Could be the starter in 2 years after White's gone after next year.
Oh, there's no transfer portal here. So.
Yeah. Trips to the left, one to the right. Back on the left hip, and Martinez looking to pass. Martinez going to, now he's going to just take off, go right side, and fires it, and ball had knocked out there. He was looking for Mensa. Looks like it was knocked out by Dontrell Richard. He had it all day.
Yeah, that was a deep concept he was looking for, and once he missed the initial run by the receiver, like a deep out route, once he missed that, there was pretty much no one to throw the ball to, so he kind of had to do on his own, and he did find someone open, but not enough mustard on that ball to get it in time. Might have been better off just tucking that one and running with it.
Thought it was a flag on the field, but it looks like it's just somebody's towel right there, and nobody moved it out of the way. It's been there for a minute.
Yeah.
Under 6.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. It's been lightning quick, and a handoff going right side. Nice looking run. A little bit of juice out of the back there. That's Keontre Nance.
Yeah, we're getting deep in this game. I'm seeing guys with jersey numbers who aren't on the official roster, so I'll just say good block by number 68 and leave it at that.
There's nobody on the roster from 62 to 73, but there's some guys out there with those numbers.
Whoever you are, young man, you're doing a good job.
Martinez runs and breaks a tackle. Now he goes right side, gets around the edge, and Martinez with a stiff arm and a tackle made through the stiff arm there by Hayden Sally. But a nice run and a first down for Martinez. Hasn't really thrown the ball, but he is looking good running it.
Yeah, I mean, he's been getting some good blocks. This time I can credit who it was. That was Braylon Watts, the receiver out there. He's made a few good blocks during the course of this game, helped to spring Martinez free for a few more. And like you said, he's been shifty, spry, and he's getting it done on the ground. Hasn't needed to throw a pass.
Clock will be at 5 minutes when they snap this ball. Oh, a high snap. Martinez will pick it up off the ground. He's still got time to look for a pass. Fires a pass. Drops it off to Watts. Watts at the 20. Watts reverses field, and now he's slung down at the 20. He picked it up and just kind of playmakered him.
When things are going good, they're going good. I mean,
look at him playmaker Braylon Watts. He's like, just go, just go.
You can cue the Benny Hill music, and he still found an open guy and was able to scamper free. Was Watts rewarded for that good block with the pass in his direction?
Ball at the 20, and Martinez, pressure coming. Martinez will step up. Martinez fires it, has a man wide open. It's Watts for a touchdown. Back-to-back plays for Watts, and this time it's a 20-yard touchdown. 56-0 is the tally.
That time they just wanted to feed Watts, reward him for all the effort he'd been doing on the outside blocking, and once again got behind the initial layer of the defense, found himself wide open. All Martinez had to do was just put it on him. Did so, touchdown, and now we're at 57-0. Or 56.
Vasquez to kick the extra point, try to make it 57-zip. Snap, hold, and the kick is up and good. It is 57-0 here on Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Our hands-on programs prepare you for high-value careers so you can forge your own path. Start your journey with ACC and step into your future today.
Clock under 3 minutes to go here in just a moment. Running clock will not see a lot more football left in this game. Iowa Colony a 57-0. Andrew, they started the running clock with about 9 minutes left in the second quarter. And it's been very brief, just 2 scores in the second half after we had 47 points in the first half, just 2 scores in the second half, and that's probably where we'll end up at 57-0. But
the real question is, will we see the 2-minute timeout with the running clock?
I think we will, but it'd be interesting if they don't kick this kickoff soon. We could see the 2-minute timeout prior to the kickoff.
Is this a bit of gamesmanship potentially?
Yeah.
A little bit of strat.
The deep kicker here is number 95, Bronstein Baker, a defensive lineman. And we'll see if he kicks it away before the 2-minute timeout.
Oh, I love it.
It looks like he will just get it off, and he kicks it. It's going to go about to the 12. And it looks like Rollins will pick it up, and Rollins will run left side, and he is just going to go down at about the 8-yard line, losing some yardage. I think we have a 2-minute timeout, but clock stops at 1:50.
Either way, good for the senior, Bronstein Baker. Not the deepest kick, but a lot of hang time on that. Allowed his special teams unit to get down there and make the tackle.
Iowa Colony does not have another kicker or punter on the
2-minute
roster.
timeout. 2-minute timeout.
So a 2-minute timeout with 1:50 to go.
I think now we can start officially tallying this one as 4-0 for the Pioneers going into next week for that huge game against Randall. I mean, we've talked about it multiple times in this broadcast, but I mean, really, quarterfinal rematch from last year's playoffs. 2 teams that are intimately familiar with each other. And that's going to be, again, we can't hype it up enough. That's going to be a doozy of a game. You don't really see matchups like this super often in the season, just starting district play, but you get to have it week 5, and
it'll be on Legacy Sports Network. Let me find out exactly who's on the call for that one. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
It's going to be Lance Edwards and Paige Lawrence from Trailer Stadium. TSP will be handling the production. They'll start at 6:50, and we'll have a run going right side, and not a whole lot doing. I only see a couple more plays here in this ball game. And got to say, for Iowa Colony, I mean, as good as you could expect. You didn't have anybody get injured. You were able to rest a lot of your guys. You got a week where you play on a Thursday, but you got a whole nother week. They play next Thursday. And I don't know. I mean, they're going into next week, refreshed. I think Randall has a little bit tougher matchup with Marshall, but they were beating them 35-0, so no real issues there.
Yeah, both teams going to be on their A game heading into next week's game and fully healthy. Can't wait to see how that one shakes out. But, Iowa Colony, they're going to buckle down and prepare, and it's going to be quite the matchup.
Hunt runs it up to the 19.
And for Baytown Lee, they get Texas City next week. Again, Coach Sutterfield and his Ganders just trying to build a mentality in this program, try and get them accustomed to playing in this admittedly very tough district. I mean, you mentioned it, top heavy and a lot of heavy hitters. Texas City among the better teams in this district, so it's not going to get any easier next week, but a lot to learn and grow from, especially with this direct snap they've been doing since the second half started.
On running left side, there is a flag on the play. Pearland did defeat Alvin 61-3. And Randall is up 49-0 on Fort Bend Marshall, the third best team in the district.
Face mask on the defense.
I mean, those are your defending
15
champs.
yards from the end of the run. First down.
Coach Randall and them, always pleasure to talk to. Last year, we talked with them a lot. I know you did especially, too, on their road to the playoffs. And great guy, great team, great talent. And
the school's named after his father.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a dream job.
He's elevated that program so quickly, and it's very similar. Kudos to Coach Garza here at Iowa Colony. 2 coaches, they're both very good coaches. They've established a great culture and have built a program in no time flat, both new schools. And we'll see one final play here from Baytown Lee, and they'll toss right side and getting around the edge, maybe a yard there. They went to Mike King Gibson, another freshman.
That's the final play of your ball game here tonight at Freedom Field. Your final score, 57.
See our hands going to be shaked here between Iowa Colony and Baytown Lee. How about the performances from Carson White, Aaron Tenner, Jaden Warren? Gage Martinez came on in relief, had a good game. The defense was stout, of course, 57-0. Real quick, Andrew, final thoughts.
Iowa Colony dominant. Lee kind of looking soul searching for what they're going to do. Pioneers, big game next week at Randall. That's going to be a doozy, as I've mentioned about 20 million times.
Make sure to catch that one next week on Legacy Sports Network. Evan Geiger and Andrew Carter for Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of this production.
Please be safe as you make your way out of Freedom Field. And as you make your way home, thank you so much for your support. Iowa Colony Pioneer Football. Good night, everybody.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Join me in welcoming the Iowa Colony Legends. The Legends are under the direction of Brittany Lane and Tiffany Minix. The Legends are led onto the field by Colonel Giselle Burdick, Lieutenant Colonel Vivian Aguillon, and Junior Lieutenant Mercedes Leal. The social committee members are Letisa Aquasira, Dylan Johnson, and Kate Morton. Legend of the Week is Inkaruka Uzoma. Spirit Girl of the Week is Kaylin Lewis. Miss High Kick is Itzel Navarro. The Legends would like to thank our Teacher of the Week, Mr. Kenneth Fontanet, for his dedication to the pioneer spirit. And now, prepare to be entertained with an energetic jazz routine to Old Owl City and Carly Rae Jepsen's Good Time. And now, introducing Alvin ISD's Iowa Colony High School Pioneer Band and Guard. Drum majors for the Pioneer Band are Hillary Nietes-Guerin and Kaylin Lewis. Tonight, we will perform the first two movements of our 2025 UIL program entitled The Golden Ladder. Music includes Golden Hour by Jake and excerpts from the Magic Flute by Mozart. We hope you enjoy the show. Band directors for the Iowa Colony Band are Kyle Wynn, Tyler Burkham, Meredith DeLeon, and Zachary DeCanter. Color guard director is Tatiana Higgins. Staff include Sarah Oba, Marcella Tejada, Lily Rose, and Brian McCabe. Thank you again for staying to watch these amazing students perform. Have a wonderful night and please be safe on your way home.